Many of my current and former colleagues will know of my fondness for a certain dose of fear of failure. Without it, you strive too little and succeed below your potential. I remember vividly my primary school math teacher asking a question in class, which my classmates and I eagerly raised our hands to answer. One by one, we answered incorrectly until I was the only one left. "I know you know the answer, Claus," my teacher said, but when he revealed the solution, I was horrified to learn that my answer, too, was wrong. I had my first brush with the fear of failure, but over the years since, I have come to realize that this powerful feeling is one that you must actively tend and nurture and never avoid. As a boy, being a scout gave me self-confidence, a sense of belonging, and a lifelong love for remote mountain hiking. Later in life, as I was building up Copenhagen Economics, I became a scout leader together with my wife Karin, in an ambitious scouting group with a strong focus on high performance and outdoor life. Establishing a company is very time-consuming and demanding, but spending time over and beyond for something as radically different as scouting and mountain hiking with my family helped me to disconnect fully from the job and wipe away the stress despite the many hours. At the same time, I have a deep belief in voluntary associations as a fundamental building block in a working democracy, and I wanted to contribute my share. Interestingly, my involvement in a voluntary organization also provided valuable insights into how leadership works in places with very different incentive structures. It is fair to say that I did not follow the typical path to economics. In 1984, I moved to Mozambique as a carpenter and spent 3 years there coordinating a development project for small-scale industries. That first year in Mozambique stands out as my toughest challenge in life ever, but it gave me a future far-reaching benchmark for what is possible even in difficult times. Circumstances were bleak due to the civil war that was raging, but the project slowly moved forward and gained widespread praise. It was even visited by the Mozambican president. As Mozambique started to take its first steps towards a free market, many good things happened. But a new corporate tax law, relevant to my small-scale industries, was suddenly passed with consequences that threatened to wipe out all the gains that I and many others had worked so hard to realize. I was baffled and impressed by the power of economic regulation in all its simplicity, and decided on the spot to learn more about good and bad economics when I came back to Europe. I started to study at Aarhus University in 1987, attending both Harvard and Columbia universities en route to graduating in 1994 with a PhD in economics. The journey to Copenhagen Economics had begun. After university, I worked at the Danish Ministry of Business and Industry in Copenhagen. Our head of department was a gifted communicator, and all I know about clear stories I learned from him. Hard facts, I quickly learned, have little value without clear stories. On 17 March 2000, I founded Copenhagen Economics, together with Jesper, a colleague, on the idea that the actions of private and public decision makers should be guided by sound economic analysis of the highest quality. This, I reasoned, was a necessary way to ensure the best outcome for society. To this day, we live and breathe that principle in everything we do, from our client work through to our pro bono initiatives. When I consider the long list of esteemed clients we have worked with over the years, I am extremely proud of the successful, international, multicultural company we have grown to become. I like to think that the legacy of Copenhagen Economics will be a positive one for its people and for societies everywhere.